Welcome and welcome back, everybody, to the OK Grognarn Show. Today is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024, 10 a.m. Central in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And today I'm going to talk about Lynn Carter's Gondwane epic series. It was a hexology, 6 books actually, but it started off in a strange way, I suppose. I don't know. Why is the DMG up there? Well, because part of why we're doing this is because Lynn Carter, of course, is mentioned in the Appendix N of the first edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide, and as part of the inspirational reading. And I had read one or two, if I recall, of the books, not in any particular order. I stumbled across them and whatever it was. And hey, Free From, what's going on? Good to see you there. Thanks for dropping in. I had read one or two of the books, and they're a distant memory. I couldn't tell you much about them. So I thought, this is something. I saw an eBay auction with some first printings of all 6 of them together, and I thought, well, if I can get it for the right price, I'll grab it up and maybe check it out. Anyway, let's check out. Yeah, we don't want to go there yet. Can we get the other? Oh, I don't even know if I have the other camera set up. That would be a shame, because then I could do a thing. Here we go. All right. They sent this package. Now, this is not an official unboxing because I have already opened this, because I needed to check the contents and give feedback and all of that stuff. So, but I wanted to, I threw it back together because I wanted to show what an incredible job they did boxing this up. I mean, it's 6 thin paperbacks, 160-page things. I mean, look at this, right? In each book was bagged up, and the condition of all of them, they even threw in this little classic bookmark. But these are all lovely. 1974. And here's an interesting little thing that probably a lot of you are already suspecting I'm about to say. This book, The Warrior of World's End, which is the chronologically first in the series, was written in 74, which was the same year, of course, that Dungeons & Dragons was first published. But that's not the whole of it, because of the 6 books, Giant of World's End was actually published in 69. And then the other 5, which are prequels and chronologically in order, were then published in 74 for Warrior, The Warrior of World's End, The Enchantress, 75, a little green on that one, The Immortal of World's End in 76, The Barbarian of World's End in 77, and The Pirate of World's End, published in 79, which is the same year, of course, that the Dungeon Master's Guide was published. the first edition Dungeon Master's Guide. And that means that... Where's McCarter? There's McCarter. That means that when these were recommended in Appendix N of the DMG, which was published in 79 itself, even though he had included the entire World Series as part of the Appendix N, he could not have read them all. Because the final book, which is the fifth book chronologically, The Pirate, would have been published in the same year. And you've got to edit and go to press, that is layout, and they used light boards in those days, so the literal cutting and pasting of chunks of a book to put it in order to digital publishing was not yet a thing, needless to say, too late. So the recommendation of reading this whole series was on recommendation of probably reading the sixth book, which was published in 69, and then reading most of the sequels, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. You know, I guess it's possible that the last book was read in time. At the very least, probably read most of them and suggested it on the backs of having read the original Giant, World's End, and then most, if not all, of the prequels. Let's put it that way, because we don't know. I'm just speculating here. The other thing to know is that, let's pop over here real quick. We've got time to go over some of this other stuff, because it's all good. Yeah, there we go. Go to the wiki page for The Warrior of World's End and just give you a taste of what it says over there. We'll put a link to this in the show notes. The Warrior of World's End is a 1974 fantasy novel by American writer Lynn Carter, set on the decadent far future Earth. I was pretty young when I was reading them, so I was surprised it didn't make more of an impression, in which all the world's land masses have supposedly drifted back together to form a last supercontinent called Gondwane, and that is where the epic series gets its name from. The book is the chronologically first in the Gondwane epic, the culminating novel Giant of World's End having been issued earlier. That was 1969. It was first published, this one, in paperback by Daw Books, then reprinted twice through November 1978. A trade paperback edition was published by Wildside Press in January 2001. The book includes a map by the author of a portion of Gondwane in which the story is set. Cover artist Vincent DeFate. It is kind of a neat cover image, yes, agreed, yes. Say so in the comments if you agree. It is a fantasy, but it is maybe technically science fantasy. I'm not 1,000% sure of that. We'll find out. I'll report back on some of this. Enchantress being the second book. Gondwane is a crazy quilt of human and non-human societies divided into kingdoms, empires, city-states, federations, theocracies, tyrannies, conglomerates, unions, principates, and various degenerate savage hordes. Oh, watch out for those words. All built atop the detritus of 700 million years of previous civilizations. Over the span, the laws of physics themselves have become peculiar and inconsistent, and science has been largely superseded by magic, not completely eliminated. The moon of this far future world appears gigantic, as it is in a slowly decaying orbit that threatens the planet with ultimate destruction. In consequence, the very time period in which the series is set is called the Eon of the Falling Moon, and the next future eon will be the Eon of the Silver Phoenix, which is projected to be mankind's last. In 70 years, the moon will fall, but in some unexpected ways. I won't go too far into the rest of the details of that because, you can read it if you want or be surprised by it as the books unfold for you if you decide to read them. So, there you go. Well, we pushed it a little farther than we normally do on the weekly show, but I think that gives a nice overview. And Beach Bows, Beachboes, was the name of that wonderful, hey Henry, wonderful eBayer who did such a great job packaging those. Shipping was fast and not egregious considering the care they took with those first printings of those, and all 6 of them were first printings. I wanted to look them over and double check that before I gave any feedback, even though that wasn't the greatest concern of mine, just that I get them. So there you go. And hey, thanks everybody. Let's just say this has been the OK Grognard Show for Wednesday, November 13th. We've been looking over Lynn Carter's Gondwane Epic Hexology, which is one of the listings of the Appendix N inspirational reading from Gary in the first edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide. So check that out. Hey, the show streams live on Twitch each Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central, and it's archived on YouTube. Like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up, all of that other good stuff. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, Tom Tullis of Fat Dragon Games, Carlos Lysing of Castle Entertainment, Heath Farndon of the NPD and D20, Dave O'Brien, Heidi and Eric Gygax Garland of Gaxland, Vince Ragusa, a.k.a. the Vince himself, Unauthorized Users, and, as always, DM Extraordinaire Shane Bradley. Thanks very much, everybody, for popping in, and you in the chat. Appreciate that as well. And, well, have a great week, and we'll catch you soon. This has been the OK Grognard Joe from beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Bye-bye.